third landfill, and when I was a student at Carroll, it was a dump. We've got a huge methane extraction process under the park there. So I'm getting around to tell you is that in addition to the voter-approved property tax money going into that effort, there's also some federal stimulus dollars. And here again, we think it's a good expenditure of those dollars. It's putting guys to work and it's beautifying this community. So, Martin, thank you. And thank Congressman Reberg. Tell him we're doing good work with the money that he appropriates here in the city of Helena. I have to say that. And with that said, I'm thinking that we ought to sit down and invite Commander Paul Dinius up to share a few of his thoughts with us. We're just honored and touched by his presence and that of these distinguished members of the crew of the USS Helena. Thank you for being here.
Tactical error because you invited the captain to talk and told us to go ahead and sit down and get comfortable. So our next event's in about 3 hours, and it could be a long afternoon because I know I can handle it. Thank you very much for inviting us to be a part of this ceremony today. This is my first trip to Helena that I remember. I've been through the state many times when I was making the trips from California back to North Dakota on family vacations, but this is the first time I remember coming to Helena. And it's my first time in command of Helena coming back. I've been in command for 1 year now, and to come out and visit the city, to see what it is and who it is that we are defending and under whose name are we doing that. And it has been, the last 24 hours have been an affirmation of the strength of character, the will of the people here, and the fabric that makes up the strong society of the city of Helena. We see it in the veterans that stand behind us here today that still carry the flag proudly, and in the veterans and just good civic-minded people that make up the community of Helena. When I look at these icons up here, my mind's already working on how we're going to change the USS Helena symbol to incorporate those icons into it. The Guardian Tower and what that represents, the Capitol building and the faith symbols all tie together in ways that are actually quite moving to me and to my chief of the boat, and we're going to be hard at work trying to bring those back into our USS Helena icons as well as a part of our submarine. Because what I do see, you talk about seeing a submarine periscope up there, that's how I see that, is that there's a submarine periscope, there's an aircraft, there's some part of our national defense that is overlooking those pieces of Helena's history that are representative of the community here and all of the good things that Helena has done and continues to do. So I'm going to put the periscope behind that and put the power of our multi-billion-dollar submarine and all of the strength that she brings to bear behind those cities, and only hope that we can do a small amount of justice to the years and years of legacy that this community has actually established, and that we can just do our part for the remaining 10 years or so that the submarine Helena has in existence before we have to say goodbye to her and look forward to another future USS Helena or USS Montana to carry on the good name of this state. So I thank you very much for having us being a part of this today. I will say that I've been to a lot of veterans parks. I've lived in a lot of states in my 18 and a half years in the Navy. I've seen them all. I've visited many others, and this is about the nicest, if not the nicest. I'm struggling to come up with a city that's had a nicer veterans park between the memorials and ceremonies, the mountains, the flag arrangement. Of course, the beautiful weather never hurts, and having all of this brought together makes this, I would say, the most impressive veterans park that I've seen of any city that I've visited. So I also thank you for that. You should have a lot of pride in that, and I look forward to our remaining day and a half getting to meet the rest of you here before we head back to do our business in Maine. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Very much. This last 24 hours has been very meaningful to me, and I guess I said this morning, trying to capture the essence of my thoughts here. We want to be the kind of people worth defending. I don't know how else to say it. I'd like to be worthy of the courage and dedication that these 5 men put into their careers. And maybe that's what all of us in town want to be. Worthy of being defended by men and women in the United States Armed Services, Navy, Air Force, Army, Marines, all the rest. I guess going forward, I'll do the best I can to be worthy of your service. And I'll encourage the rest of us in town to do the same. It's a simple ceremony, but very meaningful to me. I think to our guests and to the people who work so hard to bring this to fruition. As our city manager said, we've been plugging away at this for a long time. And with the consent of the voters and the work of our Parks and Rec Department, Carol Papenga, it's happening. Thank you very much for being here today, and we'll see you again.